Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we've got ourselves the reaction to not only my World Cup predictions from the start of the tournament, but also 19 other YouTubers too. The main focus will be on my predictions, of course, and then I'll go into the leaderboard of how did I compete with 19 of the biggest content creators on this website in the leaderboard, and we'll see who knows the most ball. Of course, tell me down below, and don't cheat. Don't cheat. If I see anyone say that they thought that Morocco would be in a World Cup semi-final, then you are chatting shit. Unless if you're Moroccan, of course, okay? Or Samuel Eto'o. So, okay, so I don't want to hear it, right? So tell me down below, what was your honest predictions going into the tournament? So give me your semi-finalists and your runners-up and, of course, the winners. Because you're going to laugh at me here. Of course, because I kind of had a few stinkers. Probably the biggest stinker is that I kind of said that France would get grouped. We'll go into that later. But yeah, hindsight is a wonderful thing. So let's get into my predictions for the group step by step. And let's begin. Cheapest and most reliable coins on FIFA 23. Then go down below to use them and buy. Top link in description. And make sure to use code Vizeh for 5% off. So we begin in Group A. And for Group A, I put as my predictions as Netherlands, Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar. So ding, ding, ding. Completely perfect group. But saying that, I'm not going to give myself a pat on the back, really, because this was pretty much the... I think other than I think it's Group C, the Argentina, Poland, Mexico group. I'm pretty sure that this is alongside the most predictable group in the entire tournament. Most people got this correct, and if they didn't, they may have thought that Ecuador would go ahead of Senegal, or God forbid, or maybe even some others may have actually put Senegal above Netherlands. But for the most part, everyone put Group A in this order, and you would be correct. So gave myself a solid 4 points for that, because that is the top two correct of who went through, and all the other spots also spot on. So that's 4 points from me. Now into Group B, which looks a bit more interesting. So I indeed put Iran top of the group, which was a prediction which most people did not agree with, which is understandable, considering where we were at the start of the tournament. I had real belief in Iran, and I think, you know, looking back on it, I think that I was justified in my thoughts. I thought that they were a good team. I thought they had a great cohesion to them, with some quality in there as well, up top with Taremi and Azmoun, and I believe that they could have scored goals. And England second, it is a stinker, of course, but I just felt like something wasn't right going into it. The form was absolutely dire. Of course, Nations League may not be the end of the world. You know, it's only the Nations League. Maybe you're not really taking it as serious, but I just felt like we would have took an L in one of these games, and I thought that it would have been to Iran in that first game. And I thought after Iran, we would have woke up, similar to how Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia, and then they went on to win the entire thing, right? So I thought that we would have lost to Iran first game, and then, you know, claw back to get second. That's how I kind of saw what would happen. I put Wales third and USA fourth. I think I said that I thought USA was a team of individuals and not really an actual collective team. And I thought Wales, even though they may not have as much quality, they've got that togetherness. And of course, didn't work out. And for this group, I got absolutely 0 points, which is quite embarrassing. Now we go into Group C, which again is probably the most predictable group that everyone pretty much got right. Again, the only way that you got this wrong is if you put Mexico second and not Poland. So, of course, I went Argentina, Poland, Mexico, Saudi Arabia. My only real thoughts for why I put Poland is because I live in Poland, really. And because I kind of felt like, you know, Lewandowski, they have that star factor. He may have one moment, one game that he drags them through. And he technically did, you know, against Saudi Arabia. He technically had that moment. You know, 4 points from me. Got it all spot on. But it's not that hard to do that. The next one, we'll get into it. So, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, so I got this completely wrong. Like, couldn't get it any... I'm pretty sure it's upside down. So, I got Denmark and Tunisia first and second. I did think that there'll be an upset. I felt like this group wasn't as predictable as what you thought. But I backed Tunisia instead of Australia. My rookie, I picked the wrong one here. So, yeah, Denmark top. They came last. I feel like I should get minus points for that. I just thought the form they had were really well. I thought that they were on an upward trajectory. Even though I didn't really see many goal scorers, I felt like that the togetherness, they'll just get goals from somewhere. I didn't think they'd be last. In defense, no one thought they'd be last. The majority of people thought that they would be at least second. And then Tunisia, I felt like they, again, had that sort of Moroccan team spirit. So many fans went over there, and I felt like that they alone could almost get them over the line. And I put France third. Looking back at it, really stupid. But look, man, you know, I had history on my side, and I went out, I put my body on the line, put myself on the line here, and look here. History is on my side. No one thought that Germany would get grouped in 2018. No one thought that Spain would be 2014. No one thought that Italy would in 2010. So I had history on my side. I went out for it. And France, look, they conceded first against Australia, and they lost to Tunisia. So you know what, man? It wasn't as predictable as what you thought, right? I had reasons to believe. So there you go. And then Australia, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, their team on paper is ridiculous. Like, the quality is so low in comparison to how they performed. Fair play. Like, that's all I can really say is fair play. And then there's Group E. I remember saying this, that I really felt like Japan can overtake Germany. I put Spain top, and I felt like Germany, they were the team that I thought wasn't as solid, as solidified as what people thought. But I didn't back it. I feel so annoyed at myself, because that would have been a really good shot to look at now. But yeah, I remember saying that Germany, I don't think they were as locked in as what people thought, and Japan, I thought, would be the team to overtake them. And long behold, it was Japan that topped the group. I did feel like they would be, a big nation that would go out to group stage. So, that's why I put France. I'm sorry, I need to keep justifying the France shout, because it does look really bad. And then there's Group F, which, look, I'm annoyed at myself here again. Because I really, I felt like Morocco could have done something. My preview for the best rated teams, I put Morocco in like the B. I felt like they could really have done well. And I'm quite happy that I put Belgium second, not top, because I felt like Belgium weren't as good as what people felt like they were, and I felt like Croatia was better. In reality, really neither of them were really that good, and Morocco were just insane. Absolutely insane, man, seriously. So yeah, I got 1 point in this correct. I do feel bad for Canada, because in that first game against Belgium, they were really good. Like, they were really good. I feel really bad for them, because they got done over here, really. Like, it was just their defense that just wasn't the best. And then there's Group G, the group which either you pick Serbia or you pick Switzerland. And looking back, I really should have picked Switzerland. Like, they're such an obvious team, because like, Serbia has probably the more exciting players on paper, but Switzerland, they're just that team that you don't really notice, you don't really focus that much about, but they're just there. They're always there. They always find a 16. They always get for the groups. I should have spat myself. Maybe a bit of a boring pick, but he always get the job done, right? So Brazil came top, which of course everyone predicted, obviously. So yeah, and then there's Group H, which pretty much everyone predicted Portugal and Uruguay to go through, and of course South Korea. I don't know how, but they've done it. South Korea qualified through. Incredible scenes. Ghana last, Portugal tops, 2 points there, and swapped around Uruguay and South Korea. South Korea, I mean, I'm happy that of Ghana and South Korea, I put South Korea top, but yeah, Uruguay, I thought that they had goals. Like, they had goals in them, they had a bit of a sturdy back line, and the defense was actually quite good. They just couldn't score goals. So, we move on. And then, of course, there's my round of 16, which, of course, looks quite different to what it actually was. So, there's no real any point going through this, because, I mean, you can look at what my round of 16 was, and to showcase how bad my predictions were, there's not a single match that's still happening here. Like, there's not a single match that actually happened in real life. But in my defense, I don't think most people would have got a few of these correct. So, I'll take that. But the most important thing, who did I have in my semi-finals? I had Argentina versus Brazil, and Denmark versus Portugal. Denmark. I should have picked France. So yeah, the only team that actually was still here at this stage was Argentina, of course. So only one team correct in semi-finals, which is quite poor. Really, every single person had Argentina, Brazil, and then it was just very mixed in terms of the other side of the bracket. Very mixed, really. In reality, it probably should have been Portugal there, but Morocco did a madness, and yeah, there was Denmark there, who, you know. And of course, the winner between these two was, of course, Brazil. So I got nothing right. I got nothing right for the final four, and it is what it is. So I have got 20 YouTubers and content creators, and maybe some pundits too, actually, including like Jamie Carragher, in this list here, 1 to 20. Who do you think came top? Have a think right now, because who it is probably who you think. So just have a think who you think won by a mile. By the way, I need to make sure I get that down. By a mile, this guy won. Guy, it's not a woman. Sorry, Stumpeg. So yeah. Let's begin with the worst predictions for the World Cup, starting with 20th place, Fogdad, with 10. Fogdad, surprisingly, actually, I'll be honest. Now, in his defense, he didn't predict a finalist for this, so maybe he can add some more points. But you know what? That's his fault, really. If you want to drag out your predictions in multiple videos, separate videos, because his predictions after the fact would have been already made, because he would predicted, you know, teams that's already there. It kind of made no sense. So I'll put an asterisk there. By the way, as well, want to reiterate, it's 1 point for every single correct position in the group stage, and alongside that, if you get the correct semi-finalist or finalist or winner, then you also get 2 points. So 2 points for the winner, 2 points for runners up. I think one person predicted the correct semi-finalist. No one said Morocco, before you ask. So yes, Fogdad with 10 points. 19th place. I'm so sorry. It's Fogden. So good start. Sky Sports and all. Fogden and Fogdad at the bottom of the list. Again, same thing. He predicted his World Cup finalists like later on down the line in separate videos. He didn't do it off the bat, and in my opinion, it's your own fault. In 18th, and I believe also 17th is, and 16th, Abona TV, Danny Aarons, and HR Vizeh. So, oi, I'm still here. I'm still standing. Happy days. Until now, I'm 15th. So there you go. So Danny Aarons, he really beat up Serbia. And of course, by the way, I believe everyone from now on out, other than I think one more person, I think is an Irish guy, predicted the winner, semi-finalist, and also finalist too. So yeah, Rebona TV, Danny Aarons, HR Vizeh, 0-13. But to HR Vizeh, who is, I believe, Croatian, he did predict a Croatia semi-final. So, you know, he does support them though, so it kind of makes sense. But still, he's the only one, so fair play for that. And you know what, for me, I'm happy I'm not last. I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing I'm not last, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, I'm 15th with 15 points. Love that. Next up is going to be a quadruple of Mark Goldbridge, Macwell, James Olcott, and S2G. James Olcott quite low down here, quite surprisingly actually. You may have thought he would be higher up, but in fairness, there are some great shouts here. Macwell, I know that he put Japan to make it out the group. So Mark Goldbridge, he did have France as runners-up, to be fair to him. And James Olcott, I believe, had Brazil and England in final, and Argentina and Belgium in the semi-finals. So he backed Belgium, and of course, you know, he joins the club with me. You know, I predicted France to be in groups, and he predicted it doesn't. Sorry, I can't justify it. I can't justify the fact I put France in group. But you know what? You know, we all take a risk in life. So, entering the top 10 is going to be Peter Crouch. To be fair, he had relatively very tame, easy sort of predictions. But I believe he had France as runners-up with Brazil winning. So, 9th place, 8th place, and 7th place on 18 points is Irish guy, B4 the Lancer, and Jamie Carragher. Now, I need to say right now, a round of applause to Irish guy, because that is his predictions without the winners or semi-finalists, so he should be potentially higher. But again, same thing as Fogden and Fogdad, he did it in individual separate videos. So Irish guy, 18 points. B4 Lancer, career mode American YouTuber, he backed America to go quite far, and he did, got that, and he got that correct. And also I believe Australia, I believe B4 Lancer, because his mate's Australian, Jared HD of course, I'm pretty sure he also put them to get through the groups. Incredible. So yeah, Jamie Carragher again did quite well for himself, and now into officially the bronze spots, because we got 2 people in the bronze positions, 5th and 6th, which will be on 19 points, FNG and Statman Dave. FNG is the only person that predicted the correct winner and runners-up. He predicted the correct final. The only one, but may I say, Statman Dave had a very solid, he always does well. He's always near the top in all these videos, so fair play to him. So here we go. In silver place, in second place, but technically it's joint second between 3 people, right? So I believe still remaining it is Stunt Peg, is Spencer Owen, the What's Good podcast, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I Show Speed. I Show Speed. I Show Speed is here. If I Show Speed wins this, then I think we should all give up now. And lo and behold, there you go. What's Good podcast, I Show Speed, and Stunt Peg all joint with 20 points. So that means the winner is, of course, Spencer Owen. But you may see, 1 point between each, spot, thinking, okay, he's won by 21 points. 26 points by a mile. Spencer Owen, round of applause to you, my friend, because you, my friend, have absolutely smashed it. You have smashed it. You've got double points, then Fogden, and double points then Rabona TV, Danny Aarons, Vizeh, and Fogdad, but not me. So at least he's not double better than me. I'm happy. I can go to sleep very happily. So here is your winner, Spencer Owen. How did he do it? Well, what he did is that he got 4 correct top 2s. He got Netherlands, Senegal, he got England, USA, he got Argentina, Portugal, and also got Brazil and Switzerland, and correctly predicted that group completely, with Serbia bottom and Cameroon third. A completely clutch shout from him. So because of that alone, he got Group A, Group C, and Group G completely correct. So that alone is 12 points. France top, Croatia second. Yeah, add all of that up, including the fact he also had France to be runners up as well, plus 2 points there. 26 points for him. Incredible performance. That Group G shout is amazing, how he put Cameroon third and Serbia fourth. No one did that. No one did it in that order. So there you have it, boys. The YouTuber that knows the most ball, without a shadow of a doubt, undisputed, is Spencer Owen. So thank you all for watching. Let me know how your predictions went. The World Cup is over, and Christmas is in 6 days. I don't know how this happened, really. But yeah, I'll see you guys another time for another video. And stay safe.